This is my bathroom makeover using Ekopel on the counter and the sink, and paint and a stencil. Here's the before of the 90s bathroom. And I did have some hairline cracks in the sink, which needed to be repaired. I thought about replacing it, but I had some Ekopel left over from my previous project. And so I repaired the cracks using this super glue chip fix, which worked pretty good. You had let it dry 24 hours and then you sand it down. Here's my first coat of the Ekopel on the sink. You can see their fish eyes and sediment. You do need to sand it down after about a full day of drying, and then you can start working on the second coat. I ended up using about 4 coats on this because I had set something down and made a nick in it, but it works pretty good. You can see my previous video on the Ekopel. I found it helpful to use this chip fix around the drain when you're done, because you will get some bleed through even if you tape off the drain. I used some acetone to clean it off with a Q-tip, and then I made a nice clean edge with this chip fix over the dried Ekopel. Okay, so then I decided to paint the bathroom with sort of a color drenching and then using a stencil. This stencil was incredibly difficult because it has tiny little cutouts, but I went ahead and stenciled the walls. I wanted a wallpaper look, but I didn't want the hassle of wallpaper. But this stencil probably took me like 8 hours because it was so detailed. Anyway, here's the finished product after I did paint the cabinets and the wall the same color, and then we did replace the light with an LED. So here's the before and after again. I actually spent very little money because I already had the Ekopel from a previous project, so I had some leftover. And a lot of the paint I already had on hand as well. Really, I just spent money on the accessories. So hope you try it.